Well, now let's go on to the Open Malibu final, and this certainly is going to be an incredible event, really, because the big sets are starting to roll in, and this Open Malibu final is going to see quite a number of these competitors having great deal of difficulty in trying to get out through the wash. But let's go through the field for the Open Malibu final. Clint Rose from Freshwater, Dean Koski from Swansea Belmont. We've got Lunnery from Bulli, Fletcher from Fairhaven, Gilroy from Maroubra, Darren Mercer from Thirroul, Payne from Maroubra, Earl from Womberl, Burge from Swansea Belmont, Craig Whittington, they've down here as an entry. I can't see Craig out there competing. Lambert from Womberl. We've got Darren Schott from Maroubra, Gleeson from Womberl, Bill Wiley from North Bondi, Borg from Womberl, Beeves from Austinmere, Zalatel from South Maroubra, and McEnroe, I think it is, from Bondi. So let's have a look at some of these incredible athletes, you could call them, trying to get these Malibu boards out through this mess, which is the only way you could describe this white water that we're watching at the moment. Now, this is the event in particular where if they can get through the wash and can get clear of the big surf, where they can open up a big lead, and the first man to get through the wash, if he does get over it and get a lengthy break there, that's just about where the race is going to be won and lost, I would think.
Yes, I guess the Malibu board is one of the most difficult events to get out through the surf because they're slow. The skis can skip over and get out a bit quicker, and the surf race guys can dive under the waves, but the Malibu boards have trouble getting out because they're so much slower than the other events, and what they try and do is roll under the waves and get back to their knees as fast as they can. As you've already said, if somebody can get a little bit of a break, skip over a wave before the others get out, they can set up an enormous lead, because the others then might get hit by a couple of waves and not get out because the craft is so slow. And we can see here that Darren Schott in the open board race is one of the pre-race favourites. He's doing very, very well in the middle. He's trying to hang as close as he possibly can to the break where it's breaking, so that he has some chance of skipping under a wave. We can see right at the centre of your screen is Dean Koski from Swansea Belmont, and he's going for it here now. And if he can just get over this wave, he has a big chance of skipping out and getting quite a substantial lead. Right behind him and on the bottom of your screen on the white board, he's got a blue hat with 2 red stripes, is the Maroubra competitor Darren Schott, and Darren is a very, very accomplished paddler. And over here on the other side we also have Wiley of North Bondi, and Clinton Rose from Freshwater is also doing very well. But at this stage it is still Koski and his enormous wave coming up now, and he's just got over the top of it, and look at the one behind. It is a huge, huge wave, and Koski is going to have to roll under it. Coming up now to the wave, and Koski's roll under it, and look at that for a stroke of luck. Darren Schott has gone right around to the side, and so is the Freshwater competitor of Clinton Rose. So these two guys have ended up the only two that have got out, and poor Dean Koski has been hit by that one, is the only one.
Well, certainly now that they've cleared that white water and the big sets, the race seems to be between these two at the moment, because they've opened up quite a sizable lead over the rest of the field as they head out towards the cans. And Darren Schott there with the blue trunks on the lighter of the two coloured boards from Maroubra, and Clinton Rose from Freshwater just in second place. Now you can see how much easier it is to get over the waves when they get clear of the whitewash, and it's certainly going to make it an interesting race. But as we've said, Mick, without sounding boring to everyone, the business end of the race is when they get to the cans and start the run in, because as we saw earlier in the Ironman event, it's not easy to sit on these Malibu boards, especially in surf, a surf that is as big as this.
That's right. You also heard Craig Whittington say in his interview that he wanted to take it a little bit easier through the race because he still has to get in through the break. And it is scary out there today. The surf is 10 foot, in some waves are even bigger, and you can be held under by for a long time on these waves, and competitors here are probably keeping in mind they want to save some energy and save some wind for when they come around the cans and heading back into the wave area, because it is some sort of a risk, and these guys, some of them would be quite scared even being out there. They cancelled all the cadet events today and a lot of the women events because because it's very, very difficult conditions. And you might notice those of viewers at home that have seen Malibu board races before, it's normally a much, much faster rating than what these guys are going out there today. They really are taking it nice and easy because they've got a big, big break on the rest of the competitors in the field, and so they're trying to conserve some energy for when they come around the cans and have to face those waves on the way back. but we've still got Darren Schott in the lead on the whiteboard. Right behind him is Rose of Freshwater. Clinton Rose has been competing for a long time. Bill Wiley, the young North Bondi competitor, is a first-year senior. He'd be very happy with his position back in third place. And Dean Koski from Swansea Belmont, the competitor we saw, was really hit hard by that wave. You can see him there just coming up to the first can on the yellow board, and he's doing very, very well himself, and to come back from the wave that hit him, he would be very, very happy. And he's actually moving up quite well here. He's coming right up on the back of Wiley, and he may well be able to move into third place by the time they turn around the last can and head back into shore. But at this stage, it's Schott still in front, and I guess, David, he's going to start looking behind him pretty soon for one of these waves and hoping that he can hang on all the way in.
Well, that's what it's going to be all about from here to the line, isn't it? I mean, whoever gets the wave and can hang on all the way to the finish is probably going to be the winner of this event. It hasn't been easy all day, and now we can see Darren Schott there. I think that's Clinton Rose, isn't it, over behind him? And then you can see, not all that far away, just coming around the cans behind them, Dean Koski from Swansea Belmont, and Bill Wiley from North Bondi. So they're the four competitors which you can see have got round all the cans, and it seems to me now with that big wave starting to brew up.
And look at the size of this wave, David. It is a monster. It's got to be a 10 or 12 foot wave at the back. We can see Koski on the right on the yellow board. Wiley's on it as well, and the other two competitors in front, they stop paddling and they're waiting for it. It's a huge wave out the back, and they're kneeling up. You can see Wiley, also Schott's on it, and so is Koski.
Three of them are on it. Koski's there, Wiley in the centre, I think, has come through and might have even got to the lead momentarily, and Schott was also on it.
What a wave. Now, the hard part now is when they come through and it breaks again on the inside break. Koski's doing well, he's saying, and just as we said it, he's come off now. He's had some terrible luck. He was hit earlier and now he's fallen off again, and it's Wiley and Schott on the left of your screen. Here he is now in picture. The two of these are going to fight it out. They're in the smaller part of the wave now, and they've got about 50 yards to go before they hit the can, before they hit the flag, and it'll be a great finish between these two competitors, a North Bondi competitor. Oh, and Wiley's come off. Now, he's held that wave out the back when it was 8 or 10 foot and fallen off when it was 1 foot. And he'll probably kick himself when he gets back to the beach. He's left it as an easy victory now for Schott to be able to paddle through, back up the beach to the flag, come in and take out the Open Malibu Board Championship at Freshwater Beach. So there he is, Schott of Maroubra, coming through to take out the Malibu Board, and a fine effort for him to come through in these very, very difficult conditions.
So Darren Schott coming through to take out first position there in the Open Malibu, and Bill Wiley, he's exhausted as he comes through between the flags. But a good performance after he got on that wave to take second position, and Clinton Rose, the local boy from Freshwater, I think, will probably come through and take third after really what has been an exhausting Open Malibu. But I think that Ian Toll might even be down on the beach, and he might have the winner of the Open Malibu. Let's go down and see if he's already caught up, and Darren Schott from Maroubra.
Darren Schott from the Maroubra Club, the winner of the Open Malibu. Your plan, Darren, to get out the back and make sure you just take the big ones, or what was actually going through your mind?
Well, on the way out, I just wanted to stay as far north as I could until the big ones come, and until I got a break. I got a lucky break. I went around the cans and I was just going to head north on the way in, but the wave just picked me up from nowhere, and I just had to ride it as far as I could.
So it's really a lottery out there. The waves take you and you don't take them.
Well, that was right. It just picked me up. I had to take it, otherwise I had no chance. There was two people already on it, so I just had to go.
Do you worry about your equipment or yourself, or what do you do when you're coming down one of those big waves, Darren?
Well, on the wave on the way in, it wasn't too hard. It sort of just washed down, and it wasn't sucking up or anything like that, so I wasn't really that worried. I was just worried when I started to bounce around. I thought I might fall off. That's about all.
Darren Schott, a great paddle today in the Open Malibu. Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.
It really was a magnificent performance, and I think of all the races we've seen today, Mick, probably one of the most deserving winners was Schott, because Darren led